My fellow resilient women, it's my utmost pleasure to come to you today. And I want to thank Josie so much for this privilege and opportunity to connect with powerful women like you on this platform. Josie and I go way back, almost 30 years, I must say, when we were all children's service mates at the Christ Presby Church, Dakuman. I want to give a shout out to all my Christ Presbyterian Church peeps on this platform. Sarah Sakigidi Globe, Edith Parry Lane, Najele Suarichta, and then Evelyn Boabeng, and any other person from Christ Presby that I'm here to connect to or connect with on this platform. As I mentioned in my intro notes, I care about care. I care about who provides care, and I care about who takes care of the person that provides care. Care is a very broad subject, and for the purposes of this video, I would like to limit it to our ongoing story, that is Josie's cancer journey. I must say I was one of the lucky 5 that Josie contacted when she was diagnosed. I went through all the emotions. It started with denial. No, it can't be. We just lost Mama 1 year ago. What are you talking about? But I had to quickly come back and tell myself it is, because she said she's been diagnosed. Then I went to acceptance. What can I do? It didn't help because she was so far away. I was in Ghana, I am still in Ghana, and she was in Germany. I tried to get somebody to send her flowers. The person got back to me to say the services were quite hard, difficult to find in her area. I tried to arrange a visit when I was in Germany, but that couldn't also happen because of the brevity of that visit. And I was helpless a lot of time. But also, I was scared most of the time to call her because I wasn't sure I was ready for any news that she had for me. But that one is a tough cookie. As you may have known in the past few weeks, we have encountered her. She's a strong one. Anytime we spoke, she was more optimistic than any of us on the other side of the telephone would be. So that is care. And in her presentations, she has talked about the importance of a support system. I can't overemphasize the importance of a support system. And my question to you this afternoon is, who is in your support system? Who are you likely to call when you are in that deep, 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 dark part of your life? And what do they do for you? This afternoon, my message again goes to 2 groups of people. The first group of people will be somebody or anybody who is providing care for a cancer patient, or a long-term, somebody who's providing long-term care for any other condition at all apart from cancer. The second group of people I'd like to reach out to, my most favorites, are the ones that are looking out for anybody who's providing care for a long-term cancer patient or who is providing long-term care. My take-home message for both groups will be that care is deliberate. Care must be deliberate and care must be intentional. For the first group of people, if you're on this platform and you are providing care for anybody who is going through a long-term condition, I want to tell you that you are the most powerful person in the care equation. Research has indicated that at the time of providing care, the caregiver has something that the care recipient doesn't have. No matter the person's status in society, the caregiver is more powerful. If you help somebody to walk during the caregiving process, it's because the person cannot walk by themselves. If you help somebody to feed, it's because the people cannot feed themselves. So you have something that the person doesn't have. You can make or break the care situation. You are that powerful. Unfortunately, in our parts of the world, we do not consider, we look down on people who provide care. We don't even put in much thought when it comes to provision of care. For instance, if we have 7 siblings and mama is unwell, we will look out for among the siblings who isn't busy, who doesn't have a job, who will need a handout as she take care of mama, to take care of mama for us. And when it comes to talking about what goes into take care of mama, we all boast about how much money we have spent taking care of mama without paying attention to the person who has given her life day in, day out to take care of mama. So that is how bad it is. But I want to tell you this afternoon that you are the most powerful person in the care equation. Besides the clinicians, even the clinicians need to work with you. So doctors would always want to work with the caregiver. Because you are that powerful, I need you to take care of yourself. Most of us may have had a flight experience before where we are told that in a case of emergency, put on your oxygen mask first before you do that for those around you. It tells us that you need to take care of yourself first before you provide care for anybody who needs care. There is nothing wrong with taking care of yourself in the process of caregiving. So if you are giving care to somebody this afternoon, I have 3 tips for you. Tip number 1, read and understand the person's condition. It is very important, and that is why we can't give care to anybody at all. Care has to be provided by somebody who can read, who can understand, who can conceptualize what they are signing up for. Research has shown that cancer management comes with different kinds of burdens, and this could extend to any kind of long-term care at all. We have the logistical burden, we have the emotional burden, we have the physical burden. You need to equip yourself with this so you know what you are up to on a daily basis. You have to take care of your own self because you are dealing with the emotions of the person. Sometimes your care recipient is in so much agony, you want to say, can we swap places for just a moment? Because you feel so helpless. And this in itself is a huge burden. So you need to read and understand what you are signing up for as a caregiver, whether it came to you accidentally or you plan to be in care. My second tip is take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, as I said. There is nothing wrong, there is nothing selfish, there is nothing unheroic about it. Take care of yourself. You are the most powerful person in the equation, but you are not the savior of the world. So you need to take care of yourself to be able to take care of the other person, the person, your loved one, the one who is in need of care. How do you take care of yourself? One of the things I can say, don't abandon your interest. Some of you are doing this in addition to childcare. You may be doing this in addition to a job. So you are overwhelmed on a daily basis. You need to go back to the things that make you laugh. Do you like to read? Do you like to watch TV? Do you like to take time off to smell the coffee? Something. Please don't abandon it. Do what you have to do. And how do you do that? That leads me to the 3rd tip. Ask for help. As I mentioned, you are not the savior of the world. Ask for help. Ask for help. Ask somebody to come and stay with mama for 2 hours so you can go out there and get some fresh air. Ask somebody to bring you money to do so, especially if you are the financier as well as the social support giver. Ask for help. There is nothing wrong with that. In my line of research, what I have done with caregivers is I ask them, who are the people you think can give you care or can help you provide for this person? And then usually they'll give me about 10 names, 5 names, 8 names, or even more. And what I will do is that, okay, so this is the list. Now let's plan it. How many of these can give you financial support? How many of these can give you social support? How many of these can give you emotional support? How many of these can do a combination of what we have? I just want them to know and get ready, because asking for help is not wrong. You should know who to ask for help for so that you don't get disappointed when you ask for help, a particular kind of help, and you don't get it. So this is what I do with them. So do that. And then when somebody comes to take a few hours off you, you can go out there and watch a movie. You can go out there and hang out with friends and rejuvenate so that you can come back and provide care. So these are my 3 tips for you. If you're a care provider, understand your recipient's condition. Take care of yourself. Do not abandon your interest. Ask for help. I cannot overemphasize that. Ask for help. You are not the savior of the world, so ask for help. Now my second group of people, my most important, my most favorite group of people is the one that is providing care for the person who is providing care. Care recipients, caregivers are most of the time overwhelmed. Studies have shown that they can feel alienated because nobody is there. Sometimes they feel they are alone in their situation because nobody is coming along. And that is why we need you. We need this second group of people. I remember our favorite Junior Agogo, the late Junior Agogo. For a long time, we all didn't hear about him. I got to know sometime that he was sick. So I followed up. I watched one of his YouTube videos. And he mentioned that I don't have anybody. All I have is my mom and my dog. Even my friends, my colleagues whom I used to play with, soccer with, don't come around anymore. So I just imagine what his mother may have been going through asking that, where is our Junior Agogo? Where are the people who always say Junior Agogo, Junior Agogo, Junior Agogo? Where are they? Now all I am left with is Junior and a dog. And she could, I can't even begin to imagine how she felt. So these people feel all alone. We have also had times when people have, the care giver has bypassed the care recipient and died in the course of providing care. It's a lot of work. And that is why we need this second group of people. So if you know anybody who is providing care, these are my tips for you too. 1, make that check-in call. Call that person. Again, Odate Lamptey, our soccer legend Odate Lamptey, I watched a video of him narrating his divorce ordeal. And he mentioned at the time, at some point he was suicidal. And there was this man he didn't know from Adam, from the north. I think he had just been a fan. And this man would call him every day for 4 years. And at the time of the interview, Odate Lamptey mentioned this guy's name throughout the interview. You know, people would always remember those who abandoned them when they were in their darkest moment, and those who were there for them when they were in their darkest moment. So check in, call, even when you don't know what to say. Let the person say that, oh, I know this person will call once a week. I know this person will call at this time. Also, raise that funds for the person, especially for cancer management. Treatment can be very expensive. If you do not have the money yourself to help, gather your old school people, go do GoFundMe. Try other fundraising opportunity and try to raise funds for them. Get them groceries, buy food stuff, go and present it to them. Go and say, Adwoa, let me cook you and Mama a meal today. At least on that day, Adwoa wouldn't have to cook a meal on that day. I have come to realize, and I've also read, that when people are going through a bad patch, it's not enough to say, let me know what I can do to help, or call me when you need something. Just reflect on this. How many people have said that to you? And how many people have you said that to? And how many times did they call you back to let you know that they needed something? This is because caregivers find it difficult to ask for help. And if you tell somebody that, let me know what you need or how, it means you know that person. So don't ask. Go ahead. Go and offer your services. Make that hospital trip with them. Adwoa, let me come with you and Mama today as you go for that trip. Adwoa, let me spend time with Mama so that you go and get some fresh air. And if Mama is in hospital and Adwoa has to go to hospital every day, try once in a week or once in every other week that you will join Adwoa to go and take care of Mama. Don't just ask what I can do to help. Do the help. Another thing you can do, create a support group. If you can't be part of, create a support group or go on Facebook and say, who is looking after a cancer patient? Link up. You may get 2 or 3 people who actually want to link up and create that support group with you. Go to Adwoa and say, Adwoa, can we go for window shopping? Can we go to the movies? She'll say, I can't leave Mama. That is why you say, Adwoa, who can we call? Let's make that call. They need you. And that is why it is very important for me that people are cared for. Those who are providing care are cared for. Again, do this in consultation with the person providing care. Don't spring surprises on them. Don't create a support group when they are not aware. Some people may not want that. So don't spring a surprise. Let them know what you are up to. Be present. Be deliberate. And it's so easy to forget to provide care to somebody who's providing care because you may not be directly involved with the care recipient. So you have to set notification. Be intentional. Be deliberate. Set notification. Alarm clock. I need to call this person. I need to be there at this time. So you do it. Don't be the person that says that I should have done more when the worst has happened. Do it now and do more now. It's never too late to start. And remember, you are an integral part of somebody's resilience. So let's go do it, resilient women, and see how it goes. Care must be intentional. Care must be deliberate, both for those providing care and for those providing care for people providing care. Thank you all for your attention. Let me know what you think. Bounce your ideas up in the comment section, and let's keep this interactive session going. Like Josie will say, I love you all.